Many years ago, in a more naive and certainly safer world, I once hitchhiked from Amsterdam in Holland to Pisa in Italy. Now, only the young and the reckless, and I was certainly both, would climb aboard the rear seat of a BMW 900 motorcycle on a night of driving rain with a 50-pound pack strapped to your back, and this placed my center of gravity somewhere past the outer extremity of the rear wheel, and every time the rider accelerated, the backpack dragged me backward off the bike. The Autobahn was a sea of rain that night. It was King David who taught us that God protects fools, and that night I certainly qualified for protection. But hitchhiking taught me something other than that God protects the foolish. Hitchhiking taught me what we call in Hebrew menuchat hanefesh, literally the repose of the spirit. We live in a world where stress will literally eat us up if we let it. How do you combat this killer? When you stand by the side of a road waiting for a ride, you've no idea whether someone will pick you up in the next minute, the next hour, or the next week. You're not in control. It's wonderfully relaxing. No one in his right mind hitches to an important businessman or to catch an aeroplane. The very act of hitchhiking says, I'm prepared to be where I am, and I don't need to be anywhere else. A Jew's job is to live in the present, but not for the present. Much of our lives are spent thinking about what might happen or what might not happen, where I could be now, where I should be now, what went wrong, what went right. What a waste. This moment is unique. It will never be here again. Sometimes I just like to close my eyes and think, I'm alive. That little agenda pilot that lives in our heads can steal our lives away without us even noticing, unless we heed our little hitchhiker's guide to eternity that says, God gave you this moment. Live it to the full. At the beginning of this week's Parshas Lecha, God said to Abraham, go for yourself. Now, literally, the Hebrew translation is go to yourself. Abraham had the ability to go to himself, to connect every God-given second in his life to eternity.